Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're in Cincinnati, Ohio, where after a year of just two brands, we're back live on a Wednesday. Tonight, two superstars will make their debuts as old rivalries reignite. Waluigi and Armstrong find themselves in opposite corners yet again. The Phantom Thieves try to get their revenge against the Vision Warriors for losing the tag team titles to them last year, and Kasumi and Mitsuru start off the year with a champion versus champion matchup. Get ready for a night of 6 more exciting matches, because this is the return of Wingcrest. And here we go, starting off our night. And introducing first, making her debut, it is Kaine. And her opponent, it is your Women's Universal Champion. It is A2. And what a debut matchup between a champion. Or against a champion, rather. And here we go, referee rings the bell to meet in the middle, with Kaine immediately beginning with the right hands. Clothesline to the back of the neck. And now looking for the stomp. A2 with the reversal. And now tackling Kaine down to the mat. Looking for the ground and pound now. Kaine on the offensive. Rolling A2 onto her back, or into her stomach rather. And just smashing the knee into the canvas. And now locking up in the collar and elbow. Kaine overpowering the champion, walking her to the eastern ropes, and the referee having to break it up. And Kaine with a cheap shot to the gut. And now A2 walking Kaine to the corner. Referee again having to intervene. And now A2 in turn. With a cheap shot, referee warning both competitors. A2 rolling Kaine onto her back. And Kaine fighting her way back up to her feet. Now Kaine going for the cover. There's one. A2 kicks out. And with a stomp to the wrist, elbow drop. And now in the corner. Running knee in the corner. Picking up A2 into the table position. Hammer punch to the spine. Now a diving knee. A2 or Kaine with a leg breaker. Forcing A2 up, powerbomb takedown. And the cover, there's one, there's two. A2 kicks out. And now a flying forearm from the corner, Kaine flailing for the cover. There's two. And Kaine in a debut matchup, making it look easy against the champion. Perhaps A2 underestimated her opponent? Maybe. And I don't think there could have been a better debut. Well, no, there was. Jin's last year, but this was close. This was definitely close. And for our next matchup,
the following contest is scheduled for
it is Senator Stephen Armstrong.
weighing in at 500 pounds, the Senator Stephen Armstrong.
And his opponent, it is Waluigi.
And his opponent, standing at 7 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, Waluigi.
Now both men ready. This rivalry stemming from, well, this show a few years ago. It started one of the, I would say cornerstone rivalries, but one of the more constant rivalries of this promotion. As Armstrong rolling around Waluigi in the gator roll, and now just working on the neck. No chain wrestling here, just two men starting things off early. And now just the elbows to the back of the neck, sending Waluigi's head face first into the canvas. And a stomp right to the leg. Waluigi kicking Armstrong off of him. Trapping the arm. Stomping on the hand. And Waluigi with a stomp. Rolling Armstrong onto his front knee to the bridge of the nose. And Armstrong with a reversal. Kick to the chest. And now a roll through into the cover. Waluigi escapes. Armstrong pushing Waluigi off of him. Setting up yet another gator roll. The headlock just cranking on the neck. Armstrong staring down Waluigi, looking for a spear. Waluigi getting the knee up. Jumping back into the ring, turning Armstrong around. Hammer punch to the back of the neck. And Armstrong just asking Waluigi if he's serious. I'm not entirely sure if that's what he said, but that was kind of what I got. I think he's saying something about nanomachines. I think I heard nanomachine. Armstrong getting Waluigi back up to his feet. Over the shoulders. And now walking Waluigi to the eastern ropes, bouncing him off. And going for the cover. There's one. Waluigi kicks out. Spinning back heel kick from Waluigi, looking for a senton. Armstrong gets out of the way, now goes for the cover, using the ropes as the leverage here. Only one. Armstrong pushing Waluigi down. Falling fist. Neckbreaker. And now armbar, looking for the submission. Waluigi rolls through. Armstrong pushing him down again. And dragging Waluigi away from the ropes. And now Armstrong over the shoulder. Facebuster power slam into the cover. There's one, there's two. Waluigi kicks out. And Waluigi kicking Armstrong off of him. Clotheslines. Ducking underneath. And some sweet chin music. Waluigi to the outside. Getting Armstrong back up to his feet. What is Waluigi thinking here? Top rope springboard shotgun drop kick. And Armstrong with an arm breaker. Forcing Waluigi up, tossing him to the side. And now looking for the collective unconscious. Going for the cover. There's 1, 2. Waluigi kicks out. Armstrong with an arm breaker yet again, cranking on the neck. Jumping elbow drop, looking for a stomp. Waluigi gets out of the way, but runs right into that knee. And Waluigi again with a reversal arm drag, forcing Armstrong up to his feet. Chicken wing facebuster. I was expecting a wallplex, but here we go for the pin. There's 1. There's 2. Armstrong kicks out. Waluigi, there's the wallplex. Looking to put this one away. There's 1 and only 1. And now Waluigi to the top rope. The no-hand crossbody into the cover. There's 1, 2. Armstrong kicks out yet again. Waluigi applying the pressure. Just randomly going for a cover, because why not? And Armstrong not falling for it. Irish whip. Swinging neck breaker, rolling neck breaker. And Waluigi bleeding. Armstrong now looking to come back with a clothesline. Back body drop. And a slam. Into the cover. There's 1, 2. Waluigi kicks out. Armstrong forcing him back up to his feet. Over the shoulders. And 1 more arm breaker, looking for another collective unconscious to end this. Yep. And the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. Armstrong, that little tilt of the neck. We all knew what was coming. Just stomping a hole in his rival. Just kicking Waluigi while he's down. And yeah, I don't think this rivalry is gonna end anytime soon. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, they are your men's tag team champions. It's Shulk time. It's Rhine time. It is time for the Vision Warriors. I was not expecting the announcer to acknowledge that Ryan is a double champion, but yeah, he is. And their opponents. It is Joker and Skull, the Phantom Thieves of Heart.
301 pounds, the Phantom Joker and Ryuji Sakamoto, the Heart Foundation.
And here we go, first two in the ring. It is Ryan and Joker. Ryan and Ren. As Ren immediately begins with a kick into a snap suplex, forcing Ryan back up to his feet, and an Irish whip into the corner. Tagging in Skull. Now Skull rolling Ryan onto his side, looking for a stomp. Ryan with a spinning back heel kick. And Skull continuing the offense. Stomp to the ankle. Now stomp to the upper arm. And now Ryuji going for the cover. There's a one, there's an early two, but Ryan kicks out. Ryuji cranking on the neck, sending Ryan down, going for a ground and pound now. Stomp to the stomach. And now Ryuji heading up top. Diving elbow drop. Now tagging in Joker. Joker springboard moonsault. Going for the cover. Shulkin to break it up. And accidentally hitting the referee. Now Ryuji back into the ring. Stomp, just smashing the knee into the canvas. Forcing Ryan into a seated position. Referee accidentally getting in the way. So Ryuji forcing Ryan fully into the seat, fully up to his feet. And a side slam. And now Ryan taking out Shulk in the ring for the first time. Joker with an Irish whip, single leg drop kick. Joker looking for the tag out. Shulk preventing it. Scissor kick. And Shulk with an arm breaker. Elbow drop and the stomp. Shulkin out in the corner. Some sweet chin music, and now both teams tagging out. Joker with a flying elbow drop, springboard moonsault. And Shulk breaking that pin up. Joker with a apron DDT. Forcing Ryan back up to his feet, and Ryan just with a slap. Sending Joker into the steel steps. There's 3, and there's a hammer punch. Now Joker elbowing out. There's 5, double leg drop kick. There's 6. They need to be careful now. They really need to be careful. Joker walking Ryan back into the ring. There's 8. Not a problem. Twisting arm breaker. Joker forcing Ryan back into his feet. Kick to the chest. Face buster into the cover. And a rope break. And now Joker with a leg drop across the chest. And now looking for a finisher. And almost a DT, a cutter. Into the cover. There's 1, 2. Ryan kicks out. Joker with a kick to the chest. Going for another cover. There's 2 and there's 3. And the Phantom Thieves making very quick work of the Vision Warriors, as we see here in the replays.
Here are your winners, the Phantom Joker and Ray Duchi. Akamoto, the Port Foundation.
And a big start to the year for the Phantom Thieves. And honestly, I think it's only up from here. And for our next matchup, introducing first, making his way over from Eclipse, it is the Ringleader himself,
From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in
Jaren.
149 pounds, Jaren.
I would say the hometown hero, but what's the relationship between Cleveland and Cincinnati? I don't know. Well, if you ask, Bengals and Browns fans, it's not good, but I don't know. So the crowd might hate him just simply for being from Cleveland. Also, Jaren's kind of a dick.
He knows he is as well.
And his opponent making his debut here tonight.
Weighing in at
It is Nier.
Nier.
And here we go, both men ready. And ref rings the bell to meet in the middle. And immediately tie each other up. Grappling for position. Jaren winning that battle, walking near to the corner. Referee having to break them up. Jaren with a right hand. Nier with an elbow. Grappling for position yet again. Jaren with a waistlock from behind. Nier struggling to get out. And now a roll through from Jaren, going for the pin. Nier now going for the cover. There's one. Jaren turning things around. And already both men showing technique. And now Nier with an arm drag. Going for a side headlock. Putting Jaren in a tight position. Now double knees to the spine in the gator position. And a top rope moonsault. Jaren getting out of the way of that one though. Right hand connects. Spinning back fist. And Nier catching that, just sending Jaren neck first into all three ropes. Nier forcing Jaren up, sit down, power slam. Jaren kicks his way out. Nier with a reversal though. Sending Jaren up, walking him to the corner, turning him around, and face first into the turnbuckle. Nier with the elbows to the spine, sending Jaren crashing into the ring post. And now lining up. Something big here. Okay. Bit of a mud stomp. And now over the shoulders. Cloverleaf powerbomb into the cover. There's 1, 2. Jaren kicks out. Flying fist, but Jaren with a reversal. Elbow drop. And now Jaren with a headlock from behind, Nier immediately escaping. Flying satellite DDT, somehow getting the distance on that. And originally we were to have Emil join us as well, but couldn't exactly sign a contract with a car. Now Nier with a cutter into a 2 count. Jaren kicks out. Yeah, it's just this game, only having 100 slots. I want like 102 people, man. I had to make cuts. Nier with an uppercut. Both men out onto the apron, both men back inside the ring. Jaren walking Nier now over to the western ropes, but Nier elbowing out. Irish whip into the corner. Corner end Zagiri. Nier watching Jaren escape to the apron. And a satellite, apron DDT. Into a moonsault, Jaren gets out of the way. Head scissor into the barricade. And Nier fights out. Over the shoulders. Neckbreaker nearly against the steel steps, and by nearly I mean like he missed by like 3 feet. Force perspective is a weird thing. Nier forcing Jaren back up to his feet. Kick to the chest. Jaren catching that though, pushing Nier down. And now a single leg Boston Crab. And Nier immediately escapes yet again. Nier looking very Kasumi right now. Sidekick into the cover. There's 1, 2. Nier kicks out. Trapping the arm, stomping the hand. Now Jaren in the corner. Lining himself up. Clothesline, but Nier with the reversal. Into the cover. There's 1, 2, 3. And I think Nier might have already made a name for himself as a great counter wrestler. Not a bad debut. Not a bad debut at all. And for our next tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Pyra and Mithra, the double-edged blades.
Team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, Puerta and Muta, the Shield.
And their opponents, and I'm still not over. I'm still not over them last year.
And Hyper Damage Control.
It is Devila and Popola, the Gestalt sisters. And yeah, I'm still upset at you two for last year, how last year ended. Maybe they can have redemption, I don't know. Would be in line for them. Here we go, Pyra and Popola, the first in the ring. Pyra begins with a kick right to the calf. Not calf, the thigh. And just tossing Popola away from the corner. Popola fights her way out, though. Pyra with a reversal. And if you ever need to differentiate Popola from Popola from Devila, just look at the hair. Popola has bangs, Devila does not. That's how I keep track between the two of them. There's only one as Devila flies in to try to break up a pinfall. Pyra with a double foot stomp. Now Pyra tags out, Mithra tags in. Now just trapping the arm, stomping on the hand, and bashing the head into the canvas. Mithra with a stomp right to the jaw and again. Heading up top. Trying to get Popola back up to her feet. And a diving double leg drop kick that just completely whiffed. Popola now with a neck breaker. Forcing Mithra back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner. And tag it in Devila. Double back body drop. Now Devila cranking on the neck. Strong right hand from Mythra. Now Pyra being tagged back in. Devil is slow to her feet. But a tilt-a-whirl takedown. Heading back to the corner, tagging Popola back in. Pyra with a scissor kick. Double tag out. And Devil with an enzigiri. Head to the outside, leg drop, trying to get back in and just not getting the distance. Mythra with a takedown, going for the cover next to the ropes. There's only one. Popola watching on. And now Mythra looking for an armbar. Referee immediately calling a rope break even before the submission was locked in. Now Pyra back in. Popola still standing ringside. Not entirely sure why she's not heading back to the corner. And a double leg drop kick. Pyra knee smash. And now going for the cover. There's one. Devil kicks out. And again, Popola, why are you not heading to the corner? I don't know. Now Devil essentially having to fight this 2-on-1. Devil might be getting a little bit upset too. Now Devil is sending Pyra face first into the canvas, forcing her back up to her feet. And trying to walk her to the corner, Pyra immediately elbowing out. Irish whip into the corner. Enzigiri, well, not enzigiri, but a kick to the jaw. And a cartwheel moonsault. Pyra now up top. .540 splash, or a 540, whatchamacallit. There's two. Devil kicks out. Popola still not helping. Spiral tap, that's what it's called. Pyra just smashing Devil's spine into her knee. And now heading up top yet again. The splash into the cover. There's one, there's two, there's three. New game, new glitch. Sometimes tag team partners just don't get back onto the apron for literally no reason, and whatever.
Here are your winners, and
Yep, the Gestalt sisters starting the season the way they ended it. with disappointment. I mean, that was a good win as well from the double-edged blades. But yeah, the Gestalt sisters kind of beat themselves. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, she is your women's Nexus champion after defeating the, well, almost undefeated Fiora last year at Ultimate Fight Night in a complete wash of a match. It is a Phantom Violet, Kasumi Yoshizawa.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the women's mixed NXT champion, the Phantom Violet.
And her opponent,
And her opponent from Japan, the Grand Prix Women's Cruiserweight Champion, Eric.
it is Mitsuru Kirijo. Here go both women ready. The ref rings the bell, they meet in the middle, and Mitsuru tries to go for a kick, but Kasumi immediately taking her into the to a grappling match. Now Mitsuru gaining control in the back with a waist lock. Trying to gain control early. And now Kasumi with the reversal, turning things around, now controlling Mitsuru from behind. And now a headlock. And now Mitsuru with the advantage. Kasumi breaking that up, and now just working on the arm. Both women essentially in a stalemate right now, although Kasumi has the advantage. And now Mitsuru turning that around into a hammerlock. Working on the wrist, on the arm. Kasumi elbowing out, finally creating the first bit of separation for 2 minutes. And now we're again in a grappling match here. Mitsuru with the wrist lock. Trying to control that arm. And trying to prevent Kasumi from flailing the elbow again. They're just really cranking on that, on the radius, on the ulna. Tossing Kasumi aside. And Kasumi greeting Mitsuru with a double leg drop kick into a cover. Mitsuru kicks out. Irish whip diving underneath. Jumping over the top. Pop up. Kick to, or knee to the chest. Enzigiri. Now top rope. Double leg drop kick. Into the cover. There's one and only one. Kasumi walking Mitsuru to the northwest corner. Northeast, excuse me. To the northeast corner. Double leg drop kick to the spine. Kasumi with a alley-oop powerbomb in the corner. And Mitsuru to the outside. Kasumi staring her down. Crossbody. Mitsuru with a jawbreaker. Forcing Kasumi up over the shoulders and just bouncing her off the apron. Elbow drop. Double leg drop kick to the spine. Referee at 5. Mitsuru trying to throw Kasumi into the ring post. Kasumi stopping, and now we have a helicopter spin for Mitsuru at the count of 6. Really need to be careful here. I would rather not have a matchup between these two end in a count out. But that might be what it is, because there's a spear from the outside. And yep, there's a count out. A little bit disappointing, but I mean, that's what happens when you fight along the outside and make no effort to get back in. That's the risk you take. Yeah, I wish that a match between these two could have ended in a, ended better, but Mitsuru had other plans. Blame her, not me.
Here is your winner,
And with that, Mitsuru basically showing that she's taking absolutely no prisoners this year. She's going to try to win as many matches as she can, how she can. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse as we get ever closer to our first PLE of the year, JWE Payback. And until then, we are signing out from Cincinnati, Ohio. See ya.